Boat 2, are you ready? Attention, go!
The first team off the line there, we've got Hong Kong as they open this 2,000 meter race for the Senior Open. And then setting chase is Japan. So Japan setting chase to see if they can catch up to Hong Kong. And then the next race, the next team, the next crew out of the gates will be China. So China, the crew from China there in boat number 3 out in the race. And the Dragon is chasing. Oh, China seems very hungry as they are flying off the line. Next up is Sweden. We've got Sweden now off the line. They are crew in the boat number 4. So that's Sweden going off the line and then charging to see what they can do. We've got the USA team off the line now. That's number 5, the USA team off the line, and they are charging. USA and Canada are very strong in all of the events over this course of this competition, and USA is being chased by the team from Iran. There you have the team from Iran chasing them, and they are coming off the line now. 7, we have Germany. Germany now off the line, and they are starting their 2,000 meter race in the Senior A Open. And the crowd is getting behind the German team. It's wonderful to hear the support from the crowd. And then, of course, the Aussies, the Australians, off the line now. The crowd going wild as they are supporting. And then we've got Felicia online saying, Aussie, 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 oi, 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 as the Aussies charge off the starting line. Chasing 9th, we've got the Philippines right behind the Australians, seeing if they can catch up to the Australian team there. Out of the gates now is the host country, Thailand. They've been let go last. Let's see how fast they can go. They've got a lot of work to do. Let's see who finishes first. So again, this is a 2,000 meter race. All 10 crews off the line now. They've got 2 laps. They've got 2,000 meters. It's going to be a long way. And it's all about negotiating those turns when the teams catch up to each other. We can see on the big screen now, we've got 3 boats catching up to each other in the front there. That's Hong Kong, Japan, and China. And then I'm not sure which boat it is, but they're taking the wide line, allowing the crew to catch them on the inside. So this is great sportsmanship by these paddlers, that when they're being passed by a crew, they give enough space to that crew so that they can pass them safely around the turn and then not lose any speed. So we've seen some great sportsmanship throughout this competition. The first crew there is Hong Kong. Now currently on the big screen we've got Hong Kong as they are trying to set a good pace and coming towards completing their first corner and then paddling towards their second corner. We can see on the far side there on the big screen, someone lost a little bit of control, just trying to get the control back and going. Around the corner now, some action as there's 2 or 3 boats close together. On screen we've got China, team 3 on the big screen. China, they're pushing. The big screen giving us a little bit of a good effect. It gives us some close-up shots of the racing action, and then of course the action is right in front of the stadium, so you could see the whole race unfold in front of you the whole time. There we see another nice beautiful drone shot from on the big screen of the teams racing. The teams seem to be fairly separated at the moment. This means that all the teams are more or less the same speed. That is going to be tough racing for them, because every second is going to count, and you won't know who the winner is until you take that final stroke and you've completed the full 2,000 meters. So you have to complete the full 2,000 meters at full speed without any holding anything back, because you don't know what your opponent is doing. We've got China on screen, on the big screen now. China just keeping their pace, tapping along and trying to get as good average speed as possible. If you are at the stadium, you can also hear the drums from the boats and the crew shouting, which also adds to the atmosphere. Just adds to the ambience, and really is wonderful to be at the races. that is why dragon boating is so popular all around the world. It's really, really a great sport, and it is very inclusive. Almost everybody can do it. So there we can see coming around the corner now, we've got the Hong Kong team, and they are being chased by the China team. So the China team caught up to the Hong Kong team, and it's Japan that's falling behind. So around the corner now, so this would be the second corner for Hong Kong and China, and then Japan coming into the corner now. Coming into the corner, okay, Japan coming into the corner. Now, leading up to that corner, we've got crew number 5, which is the USA, and right behind them we might see some action as we've got Iran chasing hard on the USA. It looks like Iran is catching up on the USA. That means the USA is going to have to do a little bit of harder work if they want to keep their lead over the chasing Iranian team. Number 4, Sweden getting caught by Germany now. So the German team is looking very strong. The German team has caught up to Iran, and Iran has caught up to USA. That means in return that the German team is also catching up to the USA. And then charging right behind them on boat 8, crew 8 is the Australian team. Big support coming in online at the moment for the Australian team, and it seems to be counting. It seems to be counting and making a big difference here at this event. So we've got the crews passing right up in front of us now, and then out on the far side we do see Thailand now catching up to the Philippines, and the Thailand has the inside corner, and let's see if they can get around that corner clean, as the Australians right in front of the grandstand now, and the Australian crew still pushing the charge as hard as they can. So Australia pushing hard to catch Iran and the United States, and then of course Iran trying desperately to stay away from the Australians and also catch the USA team.
ครับผมท่านผู้ชมครับก็หลังจากที่พยายามมาเป็นระยะเวลาเรียกว่าหลายเมตรครับทีมชาติไทยครับในหมายเลข 10ครับก็สามารถแซงหมายเลข 9ครับทีมชาติฟิลิปปินส์มาได้ครับแสดงว่าเวลาทีมชาติไทยครับทำได้ดีทีเดียวครับและน่าจะดีกว่าทางของฟิลิปปินส์ด้วยครับท่านผู้ชมครับและหมายเลข 10ครับพ่อแม่พี่น้องครับนี่คือตัวแทนจากทีมชาติไทยครับเพศของซีเนียร์ B ครับฝีพายอายุมากกว่า40 ปีครับท่านผู้ชมครับสมอลโบ๊ท10ฝีพายมาแล้วครับ
Everybody finished their first lap. That means they've got one more turn to go and then a straight shot to the finish. So they've got one more turn and then a straight shot to the finish, and then the first boats are at the turn at the moment. They're going into turn, the boats are fairly evenly spaced out. This means that the time results on this race is going to be incredibly close. So the teams really, really have to push hard to win this race. This is going to be very, very tough.
ครับผมก็มาดูครับฝีพายจากทีมชาติไทยครับซึ่งเรียกว่าบรรจุครับฝีพายดีฝีพายเด่นจากทั่วประเทศครับทั้งมาจากของเรือยาวประเพณีด้วยครับท่านผู้ชมครับนี่แหละครับเรียกว่าสุดยอดฝีพายไทยครับไม่ว่าจะพายเวลาไหนครับก็แสดงศักยภาพได้เต็มที่ครับและแน่นอนครับเวลาดีทีเดียวครับในรายการนี้ครับสำหรับสมาร์ทโบ๊ท10ฝีพายระยะ 2,000 เมตรครับซีเนียร์ A ครับฝีพายต้องมีอายุไม่ต่ำกว่า40 ปีท่านผู้ชมครับเข้าสู่โค้งสุดท้ายครับเพื่อจะทำการหยุดเวลาครับในทางตรงครับ
We can see the first teams now coming towards the finish line, or rather they're coming towards the last 200 meters of the race and then to the finish line, as the boats are all of them converging on that final turn at the moment. So once you pass the final turn, it's a shot to the finish, and you can cross the finish line at any place. You don't have to stay in your lane. So it's just get to the finish line first, or as fast as you can. Online, we've got Shiva from the Philippines saying go, go, go. We've got some support coming in from for Japan from Anika Aitsuyo. And then, of course, a lot of support online on the live stream from the other people as well, for the other teams. China on big screen now, coming towards the line. And everybody just keeping their pace and working very, very hard. These crews are all still separated fairly wide apart. That means that their times are going to be extremely, extremely close. It's coming up on 10 minutes now. So coming up on 10 minutes, and that is about the time it would take to finish this race.
เรียกว่าที่กำลังจะพาตัวเองเข้าเส้นชัยครับคือทางด้านของทีมชาติจีนครับอยู่ในเรือลำหมายเลข3ครับตามมาด้วยหมายเลข4ครับนั่นคือทีมชาติของสวีเดนครับส่วนหมายเลข3ครับพาตัวเองครับเข้าสู่เส้นชัยไปครับทีมชาติจีนครับ
It looks like China made up some time on Hong Kong, so they should lead Hong Kong. But then again, you never know until you see the results. This is what makes these 2,000 meters such a nail-biting race, because you don't know who the winner is until you see the scorecards at the end of the race, and then you have to wait for the official results. Crossing the finish line now will be Japan, ending their grueling 2,000 meters. 6 and 7, we've got Iran and Germany. Let's give it up for Iran and Germany. Boat number 5, USA to the finish line. Iran and Germany, close, very, very close to that USA team. It looks like they both caught up to the USA team as Iran and Germany finish a brilliant race. They've made some time on the people in front of them. Now it's all to the scorecards to see what their true time is. The Australians now coming very, very close back to the back of them. The Australians coming to the line, finishing their 2,000 meter race in the Senior A Open. And behind the Australians, we've got Team 4, which is Sweden, and then 10, which is Thailand. So Thailand flying past the Swedish team there. Coming to the line, Thailand, and then finishing is Sweden.
โอ้โหท่านผู้ชมครับนั่นครับทีมชาติไทยครับในเรือหมายเลข10ครับเร่งแรงแซงพายหมายเลข4ครับจากสวีเดนครับแสดงว่าโอ้โหทีมชาติไทยครับ
The last boat to the line would be the Philippines. So give it up for the Philippines boat as the crew from the Philippines end this Senior A Open race. So that was the Senior A Open for